Hi, it's Wasabi, welcome back to the channel. Got a battle on the Serene Coast map and it's Samich from Fiddy Clan. He's in the WZ-132, otherwise known as the WZ-132. It's a tier 8 light tank in the tech tree, the Chinese tanks. Now there was some buffs to Chinese tanks in the patch that just came out, but that's the heavy tanks or medium tanks. So yeah, it doesn't affect this tank. You can have a look at the patch notes, and I might put a link to that in the description below. In any case, I was just also on track for this line, so you can earn missions that will give some rewards if you're playing these tanks. And I'm not sure if that's why so much is playing it, but he's a good player, this tank. Alright, so his first job is to spot tanks crossing, and you can tax the T69, and the fact that T69 has been sent back to the garage, so sayonara. But there's a few TDs at the back, which is pretty normal for that part of the map. So Sam is just trying to spot them, particularly if they fire. He will be able to spot them. Now, I guess one of the roles of the light tank, apart from spotting, is to do damage when it's safe to do so. So we'll see how Samich approaches that and maximizes the chance of not being spotted. So just waiting for something to appear in front of him and managing to type in chat at the same time. So I'm a bit confused about which server they're on. It happens sometimes. The system auto logs you in, so it's worth checking before you go. Now, he got spotted that time. Most likely it was this U-130 PM would have had his binocs up, assuming they had them on. So much beats a retreat here. He was prepared for that, as you should be when you're firing as a light tank. And now he's got some tanks on the hill there that he wants to either do damage against or get some assisted damage from spotting them. So yeah, nothing presenting itself at the moment. They're all basically in cover in the sense that they're behind obstacles. So what do you need to do? Go and find a new spot to spot from. Okay, now he's noticed one of the new teenage 105s going down into the middle, but Samich wasn't spotted there, but he has spotted that tank, so he's letting his team know basically, and just cruising up this line here. Just taking a bit of a risk going forward here, but seeing he's breaking a few trees to give him some cover. And again, just looking for opportunities on both sides of the map, which is quite clever. Can he find any tanks that are spottable and also accessible to his team? Alright, so look at the mini-map. So even though they see a lot of tanks in front of him, they are on the sort of further side. So ooh, there you go, you got an outline there. So another teenage. And he is right on the edge of the view range circle, so it'd be pretty safe firing at this tank, assuming there's no one else around to spot him. So puts in a nice shot there, 261 damage. Let's have a quick look at the gun. What's his average damage is 250, so nice roll there. He's firing premium rounds at the moment. It is a heavy tank, so standard 181 pen for the standard round, and APCR premium round gives you 241, so that's a nice increase, and certainly enough for this tank, particularly now he's got the side. That shot seemed to have dipped into the ground. And just going for a shot on the roof, which can sometimes pay off, but that ricochet, in fact you can just see the ricochet mark on the roof there. Quite nice, the graphic showing you that. Give you a bit of evidence of what actually happened, but the teenage has dropped into, again, a fold of the land, so you can't shoot him. But at this point, from a combined damage perspective, he's got just under 3,000 combined damage, so both damage dealt and damage spotted, but that's just increased as that teenage was destroyed. Now there's some tanks putting some fight up there, and he's got a back of a teenage, no problem going through the back, and gets a kill. So it's 2 kills now to Samage. And just zooming up here, looking for tanks at the back. The team's got a pretty strong lead now. They're 8 tanks to 2. He gets spotted going over the railway line, but he's spotted quite a few tanks and already picking up some assisted damage from that. 2.5k of damage. Pops up here, spots an I3. Takes a big hit from a Borsig that he didn't spot until he popped up. That's a bit unfortunate. Right behind the rock there. But certainly still enough hit points to play. And it's just popping up here to get his commander's hatch above the railway line. That gives your vision points on top of the tank the ability to spot over. So you don't have to go right across, you don't have to get level with the railway line, for example. If you're in third person view, is the most efficient way to do this because it doesn't sort of lull you into crossing right over. Now he did get up to the top there to put a shot into the Borsig. His whole team's focused around the Borsig, so he's gone. Now he's got this IS-2-2, and he's just backing away just in case he gets attacked. And there's the IS-2 again, gets the finishing shot there. So 3 kills there to Samage. He's got 2.2k of his own damage and 4k of assisted. Now the match is closing up pretty closely. One more shot into a Type 59, fires on the move but doesn't hit, and too late, someone else is taking him out. So that's the end of the game. Again, a pretty rapid game, and we'll go and have a look at his details. Well, that performance earned him an Ace Tanker Mastery badge and the Tank Sniper badge. Nearly 2.2k exactly of direct damage and 3 kills, and 4.4k of assisted damage, so just over 6.6k of combined, which is just an excellent result for a light tank. And in terms of the team performance, 1336 base experience, exactly what you'd expect for an ace tanker. Next in line was VK100.01, who put up 2.7k of damage and got 1100 base, and a guard that did 2.4k. They were the tanks that did over 2k, so all contributing to the win. And on the enemy side, none of them did more than 2k, so one of those teenagers did 1.6, and looks like the Borsig that, oh no, it's not the Borsig, that is a Scorpion, did 1.6k, so the Borsig that shot Samage just got a lucky shot there. Otherwise, yeah, that's another 400 odd base that he got, 400 damage that he got, so not a great performance there, hiding at the back. 14 shots fired. That's probably not so important for a light tank, but 12 of those hit, so good shooting, and 11 penetration, so good choice of ammunition. He did switch between the types, so which is good. See, half the damage was done at more than 300 meters, which is exactly what you're planning to do with light tank. Try not to get spotted while you're shooting, very important. And the fact that it's a tech tree tank, he's used 24k of ammunition, which is mostly the premium cost, and ended up making 8k of profit. But at tier 8, that's pretty reasonable. It's the point in the gun economy where the tech tree tanks start to suffer in terms of profitability. So making any profit is always a good thing, particularly when you've been firing premium. Anyway, another great game there from Samage. I'd like to see more of those, so keep them up. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed already, please consider subscribing. We'll have more great content like this to follow, so thanks for watching.